Hey everybody. I am your host today at the Hawk Custom Morning Show. My name is Jerisha Hawk. I'm a high-ticket sales coach and digital business consultant, and I help experts like you take the skills that you already have and package them into a premium high-ticket offer that you can sell. And I'm like, just so you guys can understand the realness of what's happening here, we closed on our house a little over a week ago now. Still don't have furniture in here. I'm literally sitting on the landing of our staircase with a fire extinguisher propping up my laptop right now on the windowsill. So I just want you to know that things don't have to be perfect before you start. And, I just got my wig in the mail. I've been going back to my roots, getting back to wearing my synthetic $22 and 13-cent wigs. And quite honestly, they be slaying sometimes more aggressively than my custom, luxurious, bundled wigs that I have. So that's what I'm bringing you guys today. Fire extinguisher propping, literally, the box of the fire extinguisher is propping up my laptop right now. But God is good. God is good. So, but yeah, so today I want us to talk about, we're getting really close to Q4 being here. And the last few live streams that I've done, or a few episodes I've been putting out, even on the podcast, we've been talking a lot about self-discipline and how can you revamp your discipline muscle so you can make sure that you're being intentional with your actions and really being intentional with your effort in the last quarter of the year. So if you have not popped on over to my podcast, it's called Jerisha Said. You can literally listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to it. But we released 3 bonus episodes all about self-discipline. And kind of the thing, and I want us to prepare us because I know my goal is for my Q4 to be more profitable than my entire year was. And that's the type of mindset I want you to go into Q4 with. You need to finish hard, finish strong. You don't need to wait until 2020 to get yourself back together. Okay, even Bentley's all up in the mix. Say hi, Bentley. Say hi to the people. You don't need to wait until 2020 to I'll wait until the new year so I can be refreshed and remotivated. It's nah, today. So I want to talk about another aspect of that outside of discipline in the sense of when it comes to sales, right? Many of us, the primary objective for us in our business right now is to generate more sales, make more money, increase our revenue, increase our profit margins, make sure that we have healthy cash flow coming in. But what I keep seeing, so just realize that if you got a new wig on, your edges might get snatched right off. So I'm going to preface this and realize this might be one that you want to take a note on. You might want to do a little tweetable on. I'm going to need you to put a post-it note up of what I'm about to tell you on your desk, on your bathroom mirror, because we got to get this together. But I keep seeing everybody out here focusing on, I need to build, I need to increase my visibility, I need to get better at marketing. And while that skill set is important for you in business, the first primary skill set that you have got to get really, really good at is closing the sale. And has anybody seen the new Lion King? The new Lion King with Beyonce? Anybody seen that yet? I saw it when it came out a couple weeks ago. And one thing that I think the circle of life it gives us all a reminder as business owners is that before you can go out there trying to run the land, you have to first learn how to hunt. You have got to learn how to hunt. And so many people in business, they think that I need to first start building my kingdom. I need to start making sure that I'm frolicking around with all the other animals on the playground. I need to be visible. When you need to first learn how to hunt. Really not that many people. The only people that should be able to see you is your prey. When you right up on them about to kill them. That's it. You should be focused on that one specific skill set of learning how to hunt, learning how to conquer your prey and kill your prey. And I know I'm getting a little bit gruesome but this is directly correlated to business and directly correlated to your like your level of success, right? So like if you're in business and you don't know how, like the translation, if you're in business, you learning how to hunt is you knowing how to close the sale, right? Like if you're the lion, you killing that gazelle, you're like that correlated to business is just you knowing how to close a client, like you knowing how to sell your service. And the thing about Simba wasn't out here trying, or a lion per se, a lion isn't out here trying to eat every animal that walks by, right? A lion is not trying to eat the birds and eat the fish and eat the rhinoceros and eat the elephants and eat the gazelles and eat a giraffe. A lion is just trying to eat one thing. It's hunting one thing. It's focused on one thing. It's not out here trying to be visible to everybody else. It's focused on its one core objective, like kill the animal, eat dinner tonight. And in business, I think sometimes we can prematurely focus on building and, focus on, I need to get better at, running paid ads. But it's like, you don't even know how to kill an animal. How are you going to start setting these traps to attract, attract your prey when you don't even know how to catch your prey in the first place? Right? So I just think that we can prematurely rush into doing other things in business that like aren't necessary for you to get the prey, to kill the animal, you guys get what I'm saying? So I just want to say that we need to stop focusing on building so much and start really getting good at hunting. Like hunting is the number one skill set that you need to be good at in business. You need to know how to convert a client. You need to know how to clarify your offer and close a client. Like that is a foundational, fundamental thing. And like your website does not do that. Your email newsletter does not do that. You creating more content, you building more courses, all you're doing is saying like, it's too much. Like if you can't kill one animal, i.e. one ideal audience solving one specific problem, what makes you think it's going to be any easier to go out there and try to kill a different audience solving a different problem, and you're trying to solve 3, 4, 5 different problems? It is super confusing. Not only for your audience, but it's really overwhelming for you as a business owner when you're trying to do all of that at the same time. And I think that when I think part of it, quite honestly, is a procrastination tool. And also kind of, I was talking with our head services that sell coach. And it's really cool that she's on our team now because she's a former services that sell student. And I was asking her herself, and she was like, I couldn't decide. Like that's the very first thing that we teach you guys how to do in services that sell, is how to pick your niche and how to identify what your signature service is actually going to be. But part of that, as a business owner, you have to make a decision on like who your prey is going to be, i.e. who your target market is, and then ideally, what problem you're going to solve for them. And she's like, I could not decide. Like it was really hard for me to decide. And because I couldn't make a decision, I couldn't move forward into anything else because I couldn't get the first thing down. And it's just like, I want you, like, we have to get back to our like instinct nature. Like we are built to survive. Like as humans, like we are literally wired to want to survive, and we're literally wired to do whatever is necessary for us to survive. So like if you need to start thinking about your business as your means of survival, like if you are not hunting prey and closing clients, you are not eating. I think especially for those of us who are still in our 9-to-5 job or like whatever, we can use that overly as a crutch, because like your business doesn't necessarily have to make money for you to be able to pay your bills. But when you go full-time in entrepreneurship, if I don't make sales, I don't eat. Like if I don't make sales, my bills don't get paid. Like if I don't make sales, the lights don't stay on. Like there's a different survival aspect of you that kicks in, and it's like you need to have that drive and that hunger from day one. Like you need to have that drive and that hunger right now. Like you need to be hungry, and because that will entice you and quite honestly, hopefully motivate you to go out there and want to hunt, like to want to close clients, to want to make sales. And so often it's like, and guys, I've been there before. I used to work full time. I was working full time for almost 2 years before I quit my job and went in my business. But like y'all, some of y'all just too comfortable. Like, oh, well, I made an attempt, it didn't work out. Or, oh, I've been doing all this marketing stuff, creating content. No, I really don't have a plan. No, there's really no strategy, but it's not working, so I must not be fit for business. It's like, hear what you're saying. If you were trying to be proactive and be intentional in any, like if you were trying to go get a job, you would be prepared for it. You would, sharpen up your resume. You would work on your interview skills. You would research the company that you're about to go interview at. Like, you would come prepared. And it's like, why are you not, you have to be treating your business in the exact same manner. Like, you need to be prepared to get the client. And in order to do that, you really need to nail down your offer, and you need to get comfortable at sales. Like, that's all it is. And quite honestly, that should give you some relief, because you don't need to be focusing your attention on 1,000 other things, right? You just need to be focused on hunting. Like, I am hungry, I need to go get prey. Like, I am hungry, I need to go close a client. Like, that's all it is. And it's just like Simba in Lion King. He didn't just wake up one day and know how to hunt. Like, he didn't even wake up one day and know how to like run and charge after a gazelle without being spotted. Like, he had to learn, right? He had a coach, which was his dad. He had help, which was his pack. Like, you should have a coach or have a mentor, have somebody that's teaching you how to close clients and teaching you like the art of selling, if that is not something that comes natural to you. And even though I love sales, I really do view myself as an expert in sales. I'm really, really good at sales. I still invest in my development. Like, I still read books. I still invest in coaching so I can get better at it, right? So it's just like, we need to make sure that we're not, like, I guess, my reminder to you today, or my question for you is like, have you just been more focused on hoping and building, right? Like, hoping that, ideal clients will just find you, or hoping that, like, that sales will just happen on their own, or just like hoping that things will take off in your business. Like, have you been hoping, or have you been hunting? Like, have you been intentionally learning how to position yourself for your prey, for your target audience? Have you like niched down and decided what am I trying to go after, right? Like, instead of saying I'm trying to eat everything in the kingdom, anything but 4 legs, I'm trying to eat it. It's like, no, a lion would never try to eat certain animals. Like, and you should be very clear on who it is that you're trying to go after and work with, and who it is that you do not want to work with, who does not qualify to work with you. And it needs to be more specific than saying like, well, I don't want to work with people who don't show up. Well, that's kind of like a given. Like, all of us should have that on our piece of paper. But like, for me, like, product-based businesses don't come my way. If you're in network marketing or an MLM, I'm not the best person to help you. If you're more focused on selling low ticket offers, I'm not the best person to come help you. Like, you need to be very clear on who you serve, but even more clear on who you do not serve. Like, you need to make sure that you have a no prey list. Right? Like, prey, PREY, like, no, we don't eat this. We can't mingle with this. And you need to be very, very clear on who you do want to hunt down, like who you do want to work with, like who you are trying to capture, and make that very, very specific. And really, like, again, all this hunting and like being able to convert clients and make sales, everything boils down to your offer, like how well crafted and well packaged your offer is, because you can suck at like the killing aspect. You can suck at sales if your offer is really, really good. Like, you can be super mediocre in sales, because if your offer is crystal clear, people will say, I need that. And like, will tell you that, and will find you, and will be attracted to you because your offer is so specific. But if you are constantly trying to keep playing it safe, saying, I want to help everybody out here, like, it's not going to work like that. And quite honestly, business is the survival of the fittest. That's all it is, guys. Like, business is the survival of the fittest. And if you are trying to do too much, you will quickly will starve. It's either you're going to starve or you're going to hunt. And you have to, it's just a decision that you have to make. Like, I every single day going to be dedicated to focusing on activities that are going to allow me to eat. And the only way for you to eat is to generate revenue. Right? Not the feel goods, but to generate cash flow, to make money, to convert clients. And if you are dedicated to hunting, then it's like, okay, what tools do I need to be effective out here in the land? I need to get really, really good with my offer. Like your offer is like your spear. Like you need to get very clear on what your offer is going to be. And then from there, you need to get very good at communicating the value of what your offer delivers. Like that's all sales is. Like sales is just a series of invitations. And then also just giving people the opportunity to say like, yes, I need that result. Okay, if you need this result, would you like to move forward with us? If so, here's a way for us to do that. Here, let's make sure this transaction takes place. Sales is very simple when you have a very clear offer and you know exactly who it is that you want to serve and what problem you're solving. And I know a few of you guys are telling me like, Jay, I really struggle at sales because I'm not clear on my offer yet. And it's like that. And if you're not clear on your offer, like that should be the only place you're investing your time, energy, and effort is nailing that down. Because like if somebody told me yesterday, Jay, I'm not really clear on my offer, so I'm not really confident in going out there and selling, which totally makes sense. How can you sell something you don't even back up, like you don't even believe in? And it's not even clear to you exactly what it is that you're helping somebody do. So like there's no way that you can be 100% confident selling it to somebody else. But then in that same breath, they're telling me, well, I'm going to go make another course. Why are you making another course? Like you need to stop creating more content. You need to focus on clarifying your offer. Like those two things are not one and the same. Or somebody telling me like, Jay, I'm going to go work on my website. How are you going to build an effective website that communicates the value of what you do when you don't have a clear offer yet? So I just want to remind all of us today to like stop hoping and start hunting. Like you have got to tap into your natural instincts and you have got to be hungry, like hungry. And if you are hungry, then you know that it's like, I need to stop playing around doing these busy hobby-like activities and start treating my business like an actual business. Right? Like if you keep wondering, why are clients coming to me like not correct? Why are they negotiating my prices? Why are they treating me like this and that? It's because you're treating your business like this and that. Right? Like people, how they react to you is in a direct correlation to how you're treating your business. It's always a mirror effect. Like I never have anybody come to me anymore asking me for a discount. Like it just doesn't happen. Because like, just like you wouldn't go into Meijer and start negotiating the price of milk. It's just, this is how much it costs. Either you buying it or you not. Or like if you were to go into, I don't know, anywhere, like you're not going in there negotiating prices. Like you're not going in there half-stepping the clerk. Like, no. But that's because they have their presence is that they're establishing themselves as the business and they're taking themselves seriously. So you're going to match that. So like, it's just, we have got to stop hoping and start hunting and like actually be serious, get committed to like, are you in a business or not? Right? Are you here to make money or are you not? Like, are you here to solve problems or are you here just trying to get support? That's not a business. Like that's a nonprofit. And nonprofits, quite honestly, are way harder to run than businesses are because that's a whole nother topic. But it's like, what are you really here for? What are you really here for? And like, there's no way I want you guys going into Q4 not having that clarified. Like that needs to be, you need to know, like that's just something that you have to make. It's just a decision that you have to make. And once you make that decision, it's a commitment that needs to follow, right? And I think too, I was listening to Grant Cardone yesterday, and he was talking about how people always say it takes money to make money. And he was saying it doesn't take money to make money, it takes courage to make money. And that really resonated with me because I see so many people not being successful in their business because they lack the courage to put themselves out there. Like that's really what it boils down to. Or they lack the courage to actually believe in themselves, that they will show up for themselves, right? Like all these underlying fears creep in and it's like, well, I don't know. If I get a client, that means I actually have to like do the work to support the client. It's like, yeah, that is true. It's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to show up for them, so I'm just not going to sell. And it's like, wait, what? Or like, oh, well, if I start making more money, I'm not going to know how to manage it and I'm going to lose it all. So I'm going to just like not start my business and like not make sales because I'm scared that I won't know how to manage my money. And that like they go into this huge self-sabotaging cycle where they will talk themselves out of the success they say that they want before they've even started. So then they don't even start at all. Like, can you relate to that? Like, can you relate to that? And I think that's something that all of us struggle with. You know, I even struggle with that now. Like every so often I'll be faced with problems that I don't know how to solve on my own. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I got to go back and get a job. Like maybe today's the day. I put my resume up on Indeed and I'm just ready to go back. Like today's the day. And I think it's just like we have got to get comfortable and just to accept the reality that if your business is growing, something is always breaking. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to always be like super streamlined and super simple and like everything's figured out. If your business is growing, something is always broken. And I think the thing is too, is like we have got to release ourselves from thinking that we have to figure it all out on our own, right? Because that's not the case. Like, okay, if I face a new problem that I don't know how to figure out, it's like, oh, well, let me go talk to my coach about it. Or let me go, maybe I need to hire somebody else who has this expertise to come into my business to help us navigate this. Like, it's not that I have to always acquire the skills and that I have to be the one that always figures it out. That's not how business works. So it's just like you have to make a decision on whether or not, are you gonna just keep hoping for a better reality, hoping that clients will find you, hoping that some random stranger will just pay you because they want to support you and they feel sorry for you? Or are you gonna be like, no, I'm about to get my Call of Duty vest on. We about to go out here bang, bang, hunting, sniper focus, like lasered in. Like you have to make, that is a decision that you have to make. Are you gonna keep hoping or are you going to start hunting? And and kind of wrapping up what Grant Cardone was saying, like it doesn't take money to make money. It takes courage to make money. Because once you make that commitment and once you make the decision to say, you know what, I'm going all in. I'm focusing on getting sales. Like I'm not going to keep playing out here trying to get, I'm going to grow my email list first because I want to create content that's like, that's just super warm and fuzzy. And all you're doing is putting out motivational quotes that ain't doing nothing. Like it's not doing anything. Versus like doing the thing that you know that you need to do, which is the hard stuff, working on clarifying your offer, like getting comfortable having sales conversations, getting comfortable with people telling you no, and then learning how to overcome those objections. Like those are not like being comfortable doing a live stream video, right? So many of you guys say, I have a message I want to share with the world, but you won't speak. I want to help the masses, but you won't let anybody hear you. How can you help people if you're not like creating, like allowing yourself to be visible and to be heard? How are you going to help somebody solve a problem? How are you going to help somebody learn how to manage their finances better? How are you going to help somebody better run? You're going to come in to be the ops person in their business. How are they going to know that you can help them if you don't ever tell anybody that that's what you do? Like now is not the time to keep your mouth shut and wait for somebody to call on you and you out here just raising your hand. Like, I need you to speak up. Like, you have to have the courage to say, you know what, I'm going to be committed to doing a live stream once a week and sharing the value that I bring to the table. I'm committed to getting on sales calls and actually guiding somebody through the sales conversation. No, I don't know how to, I don't really know how to do this yet, but I'm going to go get the skills and get the training that I need to help me do that more effectively. Because I know at the end of the day, I cannot help the people that I want to help if I'm not selling. And the reason why there needs to be a price tag attached to the service that you deliver is because the transformation happens after the transaction. And I know I got this wrong in the very beginning of my business. Let me know if you can relate to this, where you're like, well, I just want to help everybody. I want to help people achieve their goals. So I'm going to let them do it for free or let them do it at like a super dumb low price point, lower than what you're getting paid by the hour at your job right now, which it makes no sense. And you start working with clients for free. And then what happens? Those clients don't show up to the calls on time. Those clients don't do the work. Like, you're more invested in their success than they're invested in their own success. Like, there's no transformation taking place. The only thing taking place is resentment. Like, because now you over here feeling like, dude, I'm doing more for you than you doing for yourself. You not showing up, but I'm showing up. Now you wasted my time, and all I was trying to do was help you. Guys, that's not a business. That is not a business. That is not how a business runs. That's not how a business operates. And that's not what the identity of your business should be. If you want to help people get a result, a transaction must take place. Just like anything that you buy in the world, you have to pay for it if you want to be able to experience it, right? Like, there has to be a transaction that takes place. So this is why it's so important that you need to sell your services, like for money, and not like lowballing yourself, but actually, because one, it shows the commitment level of the person on the other end, right? It shows the commitment level of the person on the other end. And if that person on the other end isn't just as committed as you are, there's no way the full possibility of the transformation that's available will take place. It won't happen. So this is why, like, you know, we don't offer discounts for services that sell. Like, if you want to work with me, we don't offer discounts. We don't offer promotions every year. Like, no, our program is $2,000. Why is it $2,000? Because all you have to do is convert one client to make back a return on your investment. At most 2 clients. But most people, you only got to convert one client to make a return on your investment. And if you don't believe in yourself enough to show up and say, like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to be committed to following the process, and I'm going to be committed to doing the work until it works, I don't want to work with you, right? Because I can't, like, as a coach, and maybe if you're a coach in your own business, you can probably relate to this, is I can't do the work for you. You know, I'm making a commitment when you enroll in our programs or when you hire me that it is my responsibility to lay out a simple game plan for you to follow to get the results. That's my responsibility. Like, it is my responsibility to create the content, like, basically like a classroom, to create a classroom environment that teaches you the material, that coaches you on your comprehension of the material, and that supports you with actually getting the result. That is my responsibility. That is what my team is committed to doing for you. But I can't do the live stream for you. I can't get on the sales call with you. Like, I can't do the work for you. You know, I can create the classroom environment, but you have to still show up to class. Like, you still have to do the work. You have to turn your assignments in. You have to be willing to raise your hand and say, hey, I need help, right? The worst kind of suffering is suffering in silence. Like, that is the worst thing that you can do as a business owner, is to suffer in silence. You need to speak up and ask for help. But like, when people come to me, I can't, like, my goal is to help you get the transformation. I want you to be rich. You know, I talk about this new money lifestyle. I'm not playing by that. Like, I want every one of you guys to be 6-figure earners. Like, I want us to change the statistical, like, I want us to change the statistics in America and globally. Like, I want more of us making money. But I can't do the work for you. So this is why, like, there is a price tag on my program. And like, this is why we don't offer discounts, why we don't give coupon codes out, why we don't do any of that. Because if you're not committed to doing the work, I honestly don't want to work with you. Like, I don't want you in my program, because I want you to get results. I need you to get results. I need you to get results because, like, there's a bigger mission. Like, this is bigger than us. Like, I want more people in the new money crew. Like, I want more of us in the 1%. And if you ain't trying to be in that club, no problem, but like, go work with another coach. I'm not the one. We just don't. And like, quite honestly, everybody who's in services that sell is like so dope, in the sense that like, they are so committed to their own success and they are committed to getting results. Nobody wants to be hanging around slackers. Like, I think we already, probably most of us deal with that in our normal day-to-day life anyways. Of people who just talk about what they're going to do all day but don't actually do nothing. Like, I'm not trying to hang out with that. I'm trying to hang out with people who are going to make me better. Hang out with people that are going to elevate my belief system. Hang out with people that see bigger for me than what I see for myself. Like, that's who I want to be surrounded with. And that's who we cultivate inside of services that sell. Like, people who will pour back into you, who want to see you win, who are excited when you get results. Like, they are cheering you on. So like, I have to make sure that we're doing, and like, you need to be treating your own business from the same vantage point, from the same perspective. Like, you don't want to just be letting anybody and everybody in. You don't, because if they're not a good fit, like, that's not gonna create the best environment for the rest of your clients. Even if you are working with all of your clients one-on-one, at some point you're gonna create a leveraged offer and, you know, give your clients an opportunity to intermingle at some point. Or even still, even if your clients never see each other, maybe you're in a support role for somebody else's business, and your clients will never interface. Like, you want to make sure that you're protecting your own energy. And if you're constantly bringing on clients that suck the life out of you, there's no way that you're going to be able to show up and be your best for the clients that you do have, right? So it's just like, I feel like I'm going on a tangent at this point, but you guys get the point I'm trying to make. Like, stop hoping about what you want and start hunting for what you want. Like, be hungry, like, and focus on the things that matter. Like, your business only exists if it is generating cash flow. Like, you need to be bringing in money. You need to get comfortable at sales. That's one skill set. Like, there's really probably 2 skill sets every business owner needs to master. And I would say that that's sales. And really that's the first thing you need to master is sales. And then 2, like, client results, probably. Like, you need to get really good at selling. You need to get really good at delivering. And many of you guys are already really good at delivering because you've done it in another job. Maybe you guys have certifications. Like, you're really good at delivering the service. Probably just struggle with sales. So if you're already really good at deliveries, just get really good at sales. And if you get really good at sales, then, like, we're in a really perfect situation. So that's my TED Talk for the day. Stop hoping and start hunting. Jen's a services that sell student. She said services that sell also gives you the tools to step up your offer. I have stepped out the box in more ways than I could have imagined. I now know my process is freaking baller and elevates my future clients to a higher level. So dope. And that is so real. Jen, thank you for sharing that. And just, she wrote that in the comments over here on Facebook, but thank you for sharing that. Like, if you are struggle with sales, like, services that sell is probably a really good next step for you if you're a service-based business owner. Because I care about making money, but I also in the same token, care about my clients getting results. And I never, I've always kind of had like a distaste for those marketers out there that were like really good at sales, but they sucked at delivering on the promises they sold you. Because I've been in that boat too, where I've bought somebody's program or hired a coach, and then what they promised was never delivered on, and like that's always the worst feeling, to be on the receiving end of that. So like I always wanted to make sure that I was like on the opposite end of that in my own business. So like that's one thing that I really try to pour out into our students is helping you enhance your offer and helping you make sure that your process, like that you start to understand what your proven process is, so you can do a better job getting your clients results. And the better you are at getting your clients results, ultimately the more money you're going to make. They're going to rave about you. They're going to send referrals your way. They're going to be amazing case studies. You want your clients to win. And no matter what it is that you're serving them, whether you're a project manager, whether you're an accountant, whether you're an attorney, whether you're a business coach, like whether you're a copywriter, whatever it is that you do, you want your clients to get results. So that's really all about how you package your offer. Renee said, I've done so much more since I've been in services that sell. I just needed the framework to know how to execute. And I think that's normally the gap for most people, right? Like, it's not that you kind of know what you need to do, but you just need to see it in a step-by-step process, so then you can you don't have to think about what you need to do every day. You know what you need to do. And then really all you have to do is focus on the execution aspect of it. So that's a really, Renee, thank you for sharing that too about your experience in STS. That's what I got for you guys today. Yeah. So if you are interested in learning more and hanging out with our community, we do have a free Facebook group. It's specifically for service-based business owners who want to sell high-ticket offers, want to sell a signature service, a premium offer. You can join us inside of our Facebook group. It's jerishahawk.com/join. We always are talking about how to, raise your rates, package premium offers, and sell those services consistently. So you can come on, join us in our Facebook group. We'd love to have you. And I really, again, guys, stop hoping, start hunting. Sales is a contact sport. The more contact you make, the more offers you invite people into, the more money that you are, positioning yourself to generate. So, that's what I got for you guys today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.